Here we have the Megabox Android TV app, and I really did enjoy my time with this. It's going to be a review on it. It does have 2 antennas, which is really nice to pick up the Wi-Fi signal. The remote is the most elaborate remote I ever seen, with a keyboard on the back as well. I thought that was such a cool touch, and I really enjoyed that. You do have a USB to put in for the remote to work, and then you have another one, and this is what the box looks like overall. Really solid box. I want to thank Megabox for going through and sending me this to do a full review on. Overall, everything in the box seemed really good. The HDMI cable may be a little small, but it was still long enough to reach what I needed to. When you go in the box, you're going to want to go into the settings and set up your Wi-Fi first. It's important to go through and get connected with the Wi-Fi for everything to work. With me, I did have some problems getting into the Wi-Fi because you do have to use a mouse. So make sure you connect the mouse to the box and type in your password that way. It'll make life so much easier and you'll get connected right away. I was unable to do it the other ways. Next on the main screen, we're just going to go into apps. Here's all the apps that you currently have if you want to go through and look through them. And you can go in the App Store to go ahead and download apps. Now you don't need to make an account for this. You do have Mega VOD, Mega TV, Mega Replay. When I did go through and download this, there was a warning to make sure you do this at your own risk. So keep that in mind. Here we download the Mega TV app and the Mega Replay app, and we'll do YouTube as well. YouTube's always a great thing to have. And you can see the other apps that are available. When you do log in, it's going to take a moment to log in. It's going to initialize. There's a MAC address associated with this, and it did need to go through and get access to it the first time I logged in. I just had to email them and let them know the MAC address, and then I had access to log in. This could be pretty quick, or it could take a few minutes. It really depends on how often you've logged in and their system. When you're in here, you can go through and see all the channels, and you can go through and replay any show that you want. So you can go and find what you're looking for, pick the date, go to the time, click on it, and you'll be able to go ahead and get into it and watch it. Also does have a lot of channels, so there's going to be a lot of options for you. There's also Mega Live, and that's going to take you straight into live TV. So you can go through and watch it that way after everything initializes. Mega VOD is going to be able to allow you to watch TV shows and movies that are popular now and some of the old ones. When it comes up here, there'll be a menu. You can also go into search and see all the movies or all the TV shows now and go ahead and choose what you'd like. Everything is up to date. Everything is in working condition. At times, I might have had an issue running a show or a movie. Usually if I'm like in the middle of it, and it was paused for a long time, you just need to go all the way out and then go back in. It logs back in, and then it usually works for you. Sometimes I've had to do this a few times, but it does end up working altogether, which is great if it is something you really want to see that's brand new. Overall, the box itself was very good. It was the best one that I've ever used. It has a lot of nice options. When you turn it off, all the lights go off, which I know it's small, but something like that is really big to me. You have a lot of different settings as well. You can go into the different device preferences. You can set the date and time. The time will display on the front of the unit, which is really nice. You have mouse mode if you want to use a mouse in here instead of the remote. Display, I would go in here and make sure you change your screen percent for HDMI if that's the cord you're using, mainly because mine was a little too big, and because it was too big, the pause wasn't showing. So I'd push down on the remote to pause it, and it wouldn't show up on the screen at all because the screen was just too big. So once I shrank the screen, everything worked really well then. You can also put a screensaver on for, say, an hour and make it go to sleep after 3 hours. A lot of cool options with this box. I really did enjoy the box all together. I think it's the best one that I've ever seen. If you're interested in it, there is a link down below for you. You can also go through and browse the internet. It will go through and open up Chrome if you click on these, and you'll be able to browse it that way. Or you could go to your file system. You have 27 gigs available. So there is a lot of stuff to put videos, pictures, music, and files onto this for you. Not to mention, you can also go through and add shortcuts, and we'll just add YouTube here just to show you. And then it's going to go ahead and be displayed on here. Awesome box. Hats off to Megabox. And I hope you really enjoyed this tutorial.